Okay. Let's see. Not even sure what to expect of this show, to be honest. We'll see. Oh, didn't this one show Connecting Worlds? There was also some stuff on Telltale. Oh, apparently it's gonna have Stray Gods. I'm not sure what that is. This Spallate. Spallate. Hobby-driven soccer game? Eye-catching style. Night Skull 2.5D adventure. Mostly doing guitar. Let's see. Maple table. Based game. Okay. Okay, so we got a decent lineup, I'm assuming. I'm not sure how long this event is. They don't typically specify. Yeah, tomorrow we got a lot of stuff. Oh, that's weird. So, future game shows listed at 1 PM, then the OTK Games Expo listed as 2 PM EDT. That show is listed before the games show. Interesting. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Wait. Few more minutes.
The city is back and it's exciting.
It's a fantastic film festival that really gets to the soul and the heart of downtown New York filmmaking.
It's about the vibrance and the culture of New York, and we pull it all together with films, games, immersive experience.
We share our narratives now differently.
There are so many more things that games can be.
Ever since I was a kid, I would play video games 24/7.
Every time I wanted to relax, every time I wanted to step out of the world for a bit.
You know, some people might say, well, go read a book. And I'm like, I don't want to read a book. I want to be in an interactive adventure. I want to feel like I'm part of the story.
I am Julian Cordero and my game is Despelote.
Goodbye Volcano High.
Stray Gods.
A Highland Song.
Chants of Senna.
Nightscape.
The Expanse.
Welcome.
Welcome to Tribeca Games.
I must have climbed the hill behind the house 100 times. I know every stone. But after that hill, there's another. And then another again. And after all that, then that's the sea. And I've never been there.
A Highland Song is a narrative adventure game set in the wilds of the Scottish Highlands. You play as Moira McKinnon, a teenager on her way to the sea for the first time. But to get there, you're going to have to find your way through the wild mountains and the valleys. You'll have to survive the weather, and you'll learn a bit about the stories and the history of the Highlands on the way.
Inkle is an independent game studio based in the UK, and we specialise in narrative games, so we make games in all sorts of genres, but our main focus is on games that tell really strong stories.
Our most famous game is probably 80 Days, an adaptation of Jules Verne's classic novel.
The main hook of 80 Days is that you can go around the world any way you like. The way that Highland Song works is extremely similar to 80 Days. You start in one particular point and you can choose all sorts of different routes through the Highlands in order to reach your goal. But it also ends at a single point because you're trying to reach the lighthouse where your Uncle Hamish lives by the sea.
Finding the right gameplay for a game like a Highland Song can be really difficult. Gameplay is usually built around loops and patterns, but good narratives aren't made out of loops. We want to make sure that the character isn't doing anything just for the sake of gameplay, but everything the character's doing has to make sense within the narrative.
So the reason that we've essentially created our very first platforming game is that it just makes sense for the character within this scenario to be jumping and scrambling over rocks. And it even has a rhythm action mechanic. So in many ways, it's the most gamey game that we've ever created.
Moira's platforming abilities in a Highland Song are quite realistic. She has a limited amount of time that she can climb.
Nice.
She gets hurt if she falls too far. She can rest to recover her strength. She gets affected by weather and affected by nighttime and affected by cold. A lot of our mechanics are built around the tension between knowing where you are and being lost. We have a map mechanic which is all about that. It's about finding little pockets of knowledge, learning the names of peaks and understanding the history of the peaks to help you find your way through this world.
At Inkle, we've always loved hand-drawn 2D illustration. We love how expressive it can be, especially for characters. Even when we made 3D games, we still had 2D characters because we loved the overall effect. I grew up in Scotland. When I was a teenager, I went up into the Scottish Highlands with 3 friends and we got lost and we had to stumble through rivers and bogs. It was really quite a chilling, scary experience. My parents are art historians and there was always one painting in particular that they had that I used to love as a child. It had a little ruined castle by a loch and these Scots pine trees and this golden brown colour palette that was just so characteristic of the region. And so going for a really painterly aesthetic was a way to capture that. The more modern take on that is the digital paintings of concept artists such as Paul Scott Canavan, who we worked with on this project. And he came up with this really beautiful way of hand painting rocks and trees and grass and then assembling them as a huge collage, but then all built up so that the overall effect is of a painting coming to life.
When people play a Highland song, I really want them to come away with a strong sense of the place, the Highlands themselves. There's this tension in that place between being full of story and history and the marks left behind by people, whether that's ruined farmhouses or whether that's just the names attached to the various peaks and the stories behind those names, which often go back a very, very long way indeed.
When I first kind of conceived of the game, I tried to forget everything about what games we'd made as a studio before, what games are out there, and I just tried to imagine, what do I want on my Switch for me to play right now? And pretty much a Highland song, as the way it looks and feels, popped into my head, and I can't be prouder of what we've created.
Co-op is a game studio that's based originally in Montreal, but is now remote and worldwide. It is a cooperative.
Basically, that means that we make all major decisions together. We decide whether we want to work 4 days or 5 days. Spoiler alert, we decided to do 4 days a long time ago.
We present concepts when we are starting to put together things, and we all vote on what we think is what everybody would like to work on.
And you feel more attached to what you're making because you voted for it, you chose it.
It was really important for us to feel like this was a different space where people actually could be the voices behind the games that we make.
We are the makers of some charming, fun games like Winding Worlds and Nog, and the upcoming Goodbye Volcano High.
Goodbye Volcano High is a cinematic visual novel about dinosaurs in their final year of high school. At the start of the year, they find out that a meteor is coming. And the game is about asking yourself, what would you do if you had 1 year left?
That reminds me of Project Zombie. It's
who would you want to love? And how would you want to go out?
I vote yes.
I don't think this is a voting type situation.
I mean, it does kind of belong to all of us. Or it was supposed to.
It does. You did a great job.
So, what do you say, Fang?
We chose dinosaurs for Goodbye Volcano High for a couple of reasons.
Originally, when we presented the game to everybody else, it was meant to be a dating sim because, like, at the time, this was kind of like the hot thing to work on was dating sims. And then we
see
were
a lot of people in those groups do all that kind of thing.
It's a dating sim
I'm not really
with
into it myself,
dinosaurs at the end of the world. As soon as you start talking about a meteor, even though the characters are unsure what's going to happen, you know it's going to happen.
And that was really important to us because we wanted to make something that could tap into the anxiety of our current times. And dinosaurs was a really great way to create that metaphor instantly.
As it went on and we became kind of more ambitious and more interested in making what we actually like, we were like, what if it's an anime and we tell a story that isn't necessarily so focused on dating, but really goes deep into the emotional aspects of the end of the world.
So high school already feels like it's the end of the world to most people, so it wasn't really that hard to hone in on the teen angst. It's really the hope that's tricky to encapsulate.
High school to me is all about that sweet, sweet balance of doom and hope.
Hope for the better future, hope for the dreams we chase and the ambitions we strive for. Those are things that can feel impossible to cling to, especially with something that can't be stopped and feels inevitable, like a giant meteor hitting you.
And communities all across the continent reacted to the news of a previously unknown space object this morning.
So, how do you deal with that?
It starts off very joking. They're kind of making gallows humor jokes.
In light of the whole space rock potential demise of civilization thing, my chosen theme feels off.
What's the theme?
Using this year to, make an impact?
Our characters all have different methods of coping. Some double down on their ambitions, determined to accomplish their dreams before it's too late. Others slow down and decide to savor what time they have left, regardless of what their dreams are.
We can still win Battle of the Bands, asteroid or not.
The player character essentially ends up
Like the
being
voice
the
actors.
UI, and you end up playing as Fang's inner monologue.
I think this means she's rooting for us?
Music is really important in Goodbye Volcano High, and I would actually say music is really important to our studio and all of our games. It's core to our DNA, and music is central to the identity of the people who make the game, and so it is central to the identity of the game itself and the characters within it.
There's no performance in this game that is separate from the narrative. It is essentially the same as having a scene of dialogue, but you're playing music.
We never climbed, we never fell. We scaled our way out of this water well.
Fang is kind of gearing up for their future as a musician, and then realizing that they may not have a future anymore. So those two things are kind of clashing in their brain for the music they're creating and singing in the game.
I think every person hopes that they get to be near people they love and who understand them and that love them. Those are things people can grasp no matter how much time they have left.
I think that this game really encourages people to be brave, to do the brave thing, and love each other and be there for each other, even when it's scary, even when you don't know what's going to happen.
Tell me about it. What is this?
Bonjour, je suis Julien.
Bonjour, je suis Thomas.
Nous sommes les cofondateurs de Rundisk et nous sommes ici pour vous parler de Chants of Scénar.
Avec Chant of Scénar, nous avons voulu proposer une aventure originale basée sur le mythe de Babel.
On a essayé de vous plonger dans la peau d'un voyageur qui débarquerait dans un pays complètement inconnu.
Tout au long de son ascension, le joueur va rencontrer 5 peuples différents. Chaque peuple a ses propres coutumes, sa propre histoire et évidemment sa propre langue.
Comme chacun de ces peuples parle des langues différentes, ça fait des siècles qu'ils ne se comprennent plus. Une partie du jeu et de l'aventure va consister à comprendre les raisons de cette division et peut-être essayer de rétablir l'harmonie dans la tour. Quand on a compris qu'on voulait travailler sur les langues, on a eu cette idée de s'inspirer de la tour de Babel, parce que c'est un mythe qui est très puissant, qui parle des hommes qui essayaient d'atteindre le ciel en construisant une gigantesque tour. Et ça a déplu aux dieux qui ont décidé de les frapper d'une malédiction, en leur faisant tous parler une langue différente. Ce qui est important et original dans le jeu, c'est que les langues sont des puzzles en soi. Pour nous, un mot c'est pareil qu'un levier, une porte, une clé. On comprend des langues en résolvant des puzzles, et résoudre des puzzles...
Speaking of languages, I'm kind of surprised they choose English for a spotlight. You'd think you would get a broader audience if you just
Chant of Scénar est
spoke
avant tout
English.
un jeu d'aventure. Au-delà de l'aspect puzzle, le joueur devra explorer l'environnement, interagir avec différents personnages et participer à des scènes d'action et d'infiltration.
Donc on a eu cette idée de créer un héros qui serait plus un traducteur, un diplomate, un scientifique quelque part, et qui soit dans cette démarche de réconciliation. Le personnage lui-même n'est pas un personnage violent, c'est pas un personnage fort, c'est pas un guerrier. Il va s'en sortir, il va trouver les clés autrement que par la violence. C'est important pour nous de montrer ça, puisque quelque part ce qu'on essaie de montrer dans le jeu, ce qu'on essaie en tout cas de dire dans le jeu, c'est que la violence n'est pas forcément le moyen de tout résoudre. Les inspirations artistiques du jeu, elles se trouvent principalement dans la bande dessinée européenne des années 70-80, puis plus tard, on a élargi les inspirations du jeu, on a convoqué le brutalisme, l'architecture mauresque, l'architecture indienne, et c'est ce qui nous a permis de créer ce monde un peu pluriel.
Chant of Scénar est une invitation au voyage, à la tolérance et à l'ouverture sur les autres.
D'ordinaire, les langues étrangères sont vues comme un frein, c'est d'ailleurs pour ça qu'on parle de barrière de la langue. Mais dans Chops of Scénar, ce contexte est voué à être dépassé puisque les langues y sont à la fois l'obstacle et la solution. On espère que vous aurez du plaisir à découvrir la tour, à résoudre ses mystères et à nous aider à réunifier ces peuples.
Et évidemment, nous avons hâte d'avoir vos retours.
Nightscape is a 2.5D atmospheric adventure game where the ancient Arabian night sky loses its light.
You play as Layla, who is an astronomer who just loves to look at the night sky.
As Layla, players wield a magical astrolabe, restoring stars back to constellations in order to seek a path home. A key stellar cast member is the Goat Kid constellation. The Goat Kid decides to accompany Layla in her journey.
These days, people do not know much about constellations and the stories behind them, especially Arabic constellations.
They're different from the Western or the Greek constellations. And so we've had a big research task finding out what those constellations mean, what the backstories are, and finding out how we can turn those ideas into gameplay elements.
The importance of the sky is having this sky-ground connection. Having Layla use the constellation's abilities to solve puzzles and help with Layla in defeating enemies.
That's pretty cool.
The game being 2.5D, you can actually walk into the screen. There's a lot there that allow them to make the game very cinematic.
This is a brand new experience for me, building a team from the ground up. We found an amazing level designer in Nabil and a coder in Idris. And very recently we found our technical artist in Zaki, and those three are the powerhouse of the studio. And I think it's really genuinely amazing that we found those guys who are willing to work with us in Doha. I was very unsure about the amount of talent for making video games in the Middle East. And I think we got super lucky finding the team that we did.
For me, it all starts with a story and pictures that triggers my imagination. It triggered immediately some music in my mind. Beautiful Middle Eastern melodies to take them in, the makams, to combine them with harmonies, Western influences as well, that it comes together as a blend.
In my mind, designing sound is a bit like playing with clay, like trying to model this clay, this sound, manipulate, edit, cut. For example, the hook shot is mostly made by a tree branch, the footstep of a scorpion walking, which is a mix of knife and stone. The voice of a scorpion is my voice, actually. And then overly processed. When the scorpion attack, when the scorpion die, attack, that's my voice.
We're trying really hard to make the game feel magical, particularly the parts where the player is trying to figure out the puzzles.
Being in a country like the Philippines where my hometown had about zero pollution, so looking at the stars was one of my hobbies, which is why Nightscape appealed to me a lot.
There's about 65 million people in the MENA region who play games, and there's a very, very sparse amount of content being developed from within. We want to push that boundary, and we want to create fun and meaningful games with the Middle East in mind, utilizing its culture and rich traditions and history to really inspire ideas for games going forward. And ultimately, build a bridge towards understanding the Middle East better.
Is the world too much, or is it just me?
This one I'd be kind of interested, art style wise. Like it's almost kind of like pop art 80s style.
Wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free.
The games industry is always absolutely convinced that we can only be this and this only until someone comes along and proves them wrong.
Stray Gods is a role-playing musical where you control the song. You play as Grace, a college dropout who's not quite sure what to do with her life.
A woman living in the modern world who encounters the last of the Greek muses.
Calliope?
Who dies in her arms, passes on her powers, and Grace discovers that the Greek gods are alive and well and hidden in the modern world.
We think that Stray Gods kind of appeals beyond just fans of video games. It's a really unique story and a unique experience.
There are so many elements that go into this game to make it special that you can attach to any one of them and have an incredible experience.
Stray Gods is what we call a role-playing musical. It's not really a genre that's ever existed before.
You say you didn't kill Calliope. You have 1 week to prove it.
Pretty sure it has.
Start singing.
This is a game with branching musical numbers where the key decisions in the story are made in musical numbers that change depending on your choices.
Lost girls, lost girls.
The way that we tackle music is one that people have never seen before. Boarding multiple branching paths that should link up to each other. There's a lot of considerations to factor in. It's very complicated, but it feels very worth it in the end.
Perfectly fine on her own.
We got to work with some of the best, the most talented voice actors in the world, the most talented people on Broadway. Like, what more could you ask for, really?
Being able to work with some champions like Austin Wintory, David Gator, Troy Baker has been nuts.
At the end of the day, it came down to our composer, Austin. He works some kind of dark magic and you get it all back and you're like, don't know how you transformed that take into this, but it's absolutely amazing.
You'll have to see. You'll have to see.
We have such incredibly complex, thoughtful characters in this game. Every single character in the game has the potential to be a favorite.
My favorite character is Eros.
I really love Aphrodite. I think she is beautiful.
Oh no, that's too hard of a question.
My favorite character is, I think, Orpheus.
My king, Orpheus. He's my favorite. It used to be Hermes, but Orpheus, emo king, love.
Look at me, who do you think I am? I'm saying Medusa. I am the #1 Medusa fan in the office.
I love Medusa, and I love Persephone, and I adore Freddy. But my favorite?
I reckon my favorite character is Freddy.
I'm really going to go against the grain here. My favorite character is Freddy.
Everybody's going to say Freddy, so I thought I'd say someone else as well.
But my favorite... Oh, yeah, I'll say Freddy. But Medusa and Calliope and Persephone. Like, it's really hard. Sorry.
There is a level of belief in the studio in the themes in this game and the stories that it's trying to tell and the people it's trying to involve and the people it's trying to talk to that I haven't seen on a lot of the games that I've worked on in my career.
We've assembled this superstar group of people. It is a Voltron of game development.
Early on, Liam made a conscious effort to make sure that everyone that we hired culturally fit, but also had a conscious effort to make sure that we weren't hiring the same kind of people.
Every single person who came onto this project brought something wholly and uniquely theirs.
It's one thing to be able to hire to have diverse voices. It's also another thing to make sure that those voices are heard. It's just important for us that everyone, one, feels safe enough to share their opinion, and two, diverse enough that many opinions are shared from all sorts of walks of life.
At the end of the day, gaming is about joy, and I really like being reminded that making games can also be about joy.
Lost in a moment. Very soon.
Dang it, gonna interrupt this for a sec. We're still in the same game, so
Will be no more. Lost in a moment.
miss anything. Could be a cool game.
The Expanse is an exceptional intellectual property in that it's huge and that the characters are the forefront of what they are focusing on.
What is so compelling about it is that it works in several different mediums, right? I mean, we began with the books. And then I think what was so special about the television show was that it was almost like just another window of looking in at this same story.
So what's unique about the way that we tell stories is that we give our players agency over the character they're playing, which basically means that their choices shape the overall story, so they're actually living in the story as opposed to just following along with it.
Okay.
When you're adapting a television property into a video game property, you have to think about what the fan is
Like
expecting
space
and what they're
game,
coming into.
but
This
Breath
takes place
kinda
years before the first
ruined
season.
that
We're
experience for
getting
me.
to see the world through Kamina Drummer's
Whole
eyes.
durability thing
She
and all
is
that
a
stuff.
belter, somebody
In a
who's
way,
out in deep space and has grown up there, has never set foot on a
I'm
planet.
navigating
So her
Gwent.
perspective is really different.
It's hard for me to look at these moons without thinking about the Earther research colonies exploiting all the resources on them and giving nothing to the belt.
I hoped to portray her, especially at the beginning of the video game, as a little bit more vulnerable and open, and to see the events that cause her to harden.
Just like Ceres, bossing everyone around, only this time no dolls to keep you on the leash, yeah?
A really awesome character like
No leash.
Drummer deserves to have really interesting situations to be put in that fans have come to expect from the show, and now it's like they're getting to play an
The hell?
episode of The Expanse, but in video game form. We can do things like put zero G in the game, but we have to think about it from what's a good
Like
interaction
Netflix.
medium, and changing that from what you may have seen in the show slightly to make sure that it's something that you can grok immediately and that feels good on the sticks, but that is also representative of what you see in the show. Those characters have really
can't you
complex
just open
issues
a
that they're
panel
facing
instead of
regularly.
doing it with a
And in
laser
narrative
cutter?
games, we want to give players these gray areas to really think, is this the answer I wanted to choose, or do I want to choose this answer? And that they both have their upsides and their downsides. And so The Expanse is perfect for that.
Drummer, his suit is punctured and losing pressure. You need to release the vault and patch him now or he could die.
Belay that. That vault has O2, fuel, armaments. We can't afford to lose it.
It was a really interesting challenge to come at the same character in a completely different medium.
Deck 9 is a video game studio. We are known for our narrative, our characters, and our motion capture technology.
It's a completely blank white room. You've got some tape on the floor, maybe a few things made out of wire to show where a door frame might be or something like that, but otherwise it's pure imagination.
I assume you didn't come here to talk about crystals.
We have a new target.
What is it this time, El Dorado? The Fountain of Youth? Let me guess. The Falcon Horde of Venus?
The UNN Urshanabi. Cap believes there's something valuable on board.
Something that we are really excited for people to experience in the Expanse of Telltale series is the emotional performance that we're getting from our actors that comes through with our technology and from our animators that really bring out the personality in these characters.
I work for you, but you don't own me.
Believe me, I'm well aware.
Just want to make sure you're not having second thoughts about our deal.
Oh, come on. We're equal partners. We pay the crew, the costs, and the overhead.
The rest is 50-50. You and me.
I mean, that's the joy and the beauty of a job like this, is that I get to play.
We're hoping that you form these bonds with these characters and that they are something that you carry with you after you're done playing the game and you're thinking about it later. That, to me, is always a testament of good storytelling is, am I thinking about it long after I experienced the game itself?
I am Julian Cordero, and I'm the lead developer and programmer in Despelote. Despelote is a game about soccer, and it's a slice-of-life adventure game set in 2001, when Ecuador was really close to qualifying to the World Cup for the first time. Everybody was incredibly excited about this moment, and you see it through the eyes of an 8-year-old kid kicking a ball around with your friends in the park.
¿Vamos a jugar?
The 8-year-old, I think I had color.
When I was growing up, I played a lot of soccer. In Ecuador, the culture of soccer is very big, and if you're a boy and you're not playing soccer,
Could be cool.
it's hard to make friends. A lot of my best friends I made were through playing soccer. But then when I moved to the US, I wasn't really watching or playing soccer for a few years. That sort of made me take a step back from it. I sort of like realized this, and I was like, oh, like this had such a big role in my life. I wanted to make this game to sort of like figure out what it was that was really interesting about soccer growing up. When I started making the game, the first thing I focused on was this like relationship with the ball, and like making the ball like this physical object that you're kicking around. More than like creating like a soccer match, I knew that I wanted to just like your relationship with the ball and like how that sort of then relates to your environment. Immediately was thinking, okay, what should it look like? And there was this artist and musician, Sebastian. I really liked his work.
My name is Sebastián Balbuena, and I am in charge of the art in Despelote. That includes 2D animation, 3D modeling, and also the music. This is actually the first video game I have ever worked in.
I knew the game was going to be in 3D because I wanted the game to be like feel very physical, and this like the physical connection with the ball.
We wanted to find a graphic style that could communicate emotions, and we found that the 2D hand-drawn animation was the best way to do that.
We developed like the art style sort of around like his previous work, and his style sort of feels very nostalgic to us to have these like backgrounds with this like very grainy aesthetic. That was just very important to have that dynamic. The background being so noisy, the characters being so like hand-drawn and like so clean. As soon as like I was like, okay, well, what's the setting for this game? Like the only really idea I had was like where I have played soccer in my life, which is in Quito. That's where the game sort of had to be set. It became really important for us to like capture Quito in a way that was like very true to us. So we're using a lot of pictures, and the buildings are all real buildings.
Some of the voices are from people that we knew. We wanted to have the same feeling that you get when you listen to people's conversation in the street.
Pretty cool.
So that's why we went with the improvisation for the dialogue.
It's all improvised, really. We like approached a lot of friends and family in Ecuador. The parents are played by my own parents, so there's an interesting dynamic happening there as you run around as a kid. The scene we said is it's 2001. Ecuador is just coming out of this big economic crisis, and there's this idea we can qualify to the World Cup, and that's like really exciting. And it's been great because I think it's bringing in a lot of this like sort of communal understanding of the moment. So my parents aren't really big soccer people, but the excitement of qualifying to the World Cup was so big that even they were really excited about it.
Oiga, ya está jugando el Ecuador, vamos a ver. Todo el mundo está hablando de que este sí hay chance.
Capturing this moment in time was important because I think for my generation, the first time we qualified to the World Cup, it sort of meant like, oh, Ecuador is a tiny little country, but all of a sudden we were like in the world stage, and we were like playing against Italy, and like we were like in the big newspapers, and that felt like a really big thing. Pelota in Spanish means ball, and despelote is sort of a saying that people have. Is like, esto está hecho un despelote, is like, this is a mess. So it's sort of like a play on words, like ball and like mess. We're growing up with this idea of si se puede, which is what the people chant to the soccer team, which means, yeah, we can do it. Si se puede and si se pudo, like we can do it, and we already did it. Like that's not something my parents were able to like grow up with. People like grasped onto it so much, and I think it like really gave a lot of people so much hope. And I think for me, like that being like one of my earliest memories, it sort of made me grow up thinking like, oh yeah, like yes, we can. I hope that people really enjoy just running around in Quito. I think we've built it in a way that is based on a lot of our memories. Instead of like trying to recreate it directly one-to-one, it's more of like a fuzzy memory. And I hope that feels very like transportive for people, and they can experience what this moment in time in Ecuador was, and how I felt through that time.
Like a pretty cool game. I like how they include all the people that are pretty close to them, apparently. Almost feels like a more personal thing. Oh, well, that is a bit sure. Okay, that's an issue. Just give it a minute. Let me check if there's another Steam for this. Oh. Steam just ended. What is this chat though? Wow. No way, that's just it. Let me check if it's the same on Twitch. Yeah, I just straight up ended. Okay. Let me check. Be sure. Yeah, they just straight up ended it. Let me check if Poe still. No way, that's it, right? Oh. That's how it ends? He doesn't even know that. Yeah, okay. Theme, yeah, that theme just ended like that. Okay. I'm a little bit surprised. That was wow. Okay. Let's see. What are we gonna play? Bit of Path of Exile or V Rising? I think I may as well play a bit of Path of Exile. Give me a sec. Because when I think about it, um, yeah, me. Let Let me change my title and all that stuff. Yeah, that stream was that show was like it showed some pretty cool stuff, I guess. But the ending was like, what the hell? It just abruptly ended. Like, huh? Like, what happened? Let's see. Perfect. Let me change my title and all that stuff quickly. Exile. Oh, somebody unlucky. But it was a weird ending. This was by far my least favorite show. Like the first show was probably about an 8. Second show about a 6 maybe. This one 4 maybe. It was rough. Let's see. Oh.
Cool winds.
Hmm. Let's see. I still need quite a few achievements. What's div do I have? 11. 8. Search. End of. Oh, actually, may as well show this stream as well. %. This is something I would like to have because of the fire damage being so high. That's a bit of a misclick. Like 90% is okay. Highest 60 div, 50. Or 106, 25 div. This I would pay. Ouch. Man, I would have bought this if I would have seen it. The skill isn't very good though. But it's still 99%. It's better than what I have. Although mine isn't terrible. After, you know, a couple changes. Like I had to craft the crafter modifiers myself, which cost me another 4 div. And the skill tree itself isn't very good. So I'll have to change that. Well, The heck is Hexbloom? I am not familiar with that thing. Probably anti-curse or something? Range. Supports hex curse skills. Hexes from auras cursed ground cannot transfer. Oh, okay. That's cool. Let's see. I don't want to buy some divinations as well. Divine, or I keep saying divinations. Do 10. There we go. 7 divine, 1 chaos. Got it. 5 for 11. Okay. Need a bit more space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 white. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11. Is it? Yeah, I suppose we could do that. Hoping he would respond, but oof, it's quite a bit more. And did I whisper him? Oh, he only has 1. Why is it sending multiple? Of no longer bit. It's 21. Sure. Okay. Pretty awkward. Come on. What do you guys offer stuff you don't sell, actually? Wow. Okay. Really nobody's selling them. Okay. Hmm. Which one is this? Boy, okay, 1119. Should be enough. Okay, now we got 16. We can suppose we could do 5 more, but it's okay for now. Still need a map. Let's see. Any... Oh. I'm running out of my maps. The good ones. That's not good. I don't mind this map though, in terms of layout. So let's see. What's the highest fire damage? 6 for 50. That's a bit much. 25. Keep this up a little. Okay, not the best bathing, but oh, good. Okay. 5%. I'm gonna wait for Path of Exile 2 though. So apparently there's only gonna, well, Path of Exile 2. It's more like an update, I guess. From what I heard with Path of Exile 2, apparently it's kind of like some games where you can, like, kind of like Diablo, where you can play in both graphics modes, but still through the same client. So you can either choose to play the first Path of Exile version, sort of, or the second, but they both still have separate campaigns. Well, it's not like in the first one you do, you know, 4 acts, and then another you do the rest of the 6 acts. I'm quite curious how they're gonna do that, but. But yeah, we've seen some things of it, some pretty high. And also, you don't have to buy all your stashes again. Like that would be yeah, punch to the gut. Yeah, sort of. I wonder how they're gonna do it with cosmetics though, because that is, I would imagine, hard to recreate. Like, well, it's not hard to, well, it is kind of hard to recreate, but the amount, like the amount of stuff they have to recreate, like that will be a lot. But tough guy. I'm a tough guy too. Versus. Oh well. Ooh. I was about to say what's the worst that can happen, but that was a bleed, not this. Man, I feel so restless lately. Not sure what's happening. Probably just a phase. And that's... oh. There we go. Yeah, that show kind of... because they took a separate day for it. Like, I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting more, even though I'm not familiar with the show. Like, they showed like what, 4 games, 3 games, and they ended it like super abruptly. Like what happened? Nice. Okay. Village now. Oh, shit. Man. I'm just looking at my challenges. Ooh, wow. Oh, I think I saw something like that myself, maybe. Price-wise, anyway. I don't need to, you know, buy something new, then I won't, obviously.
I cannot do this yet.
I don't want all the monsters. What the hell? Wait. Junk. What's the bag size? 20%? Ugh. This one wasn't even. This thing wasn't even fully done yet. Spell damage is the only thing that helps me. Damage to spells rather. Spell critical. Just cooldown. Skill inflict duration. Would this help me with this one? It's not an explicit, is it? I'm not sure what a skill tree counts as. I mean, yes. Guess the critical helps me. I think that's one today. Spell critical, yay. 0.4% my only critical. Nice. Like so little critical doesn't even matter. Three times? Critical chance. One divine? No way. And again. Yeah, no way. Like that other one, it's been on the... It's been there for a month probably. Yeah, over a month. Ice Nova. Still dangerous as ever. What we got? Unique drop item. I'll take this. Probably garbage anyway, realistically. Nice. You know what? I'll pick him up just for oh wait. Just for the sake of getting it. Uniques. I don't need them, but they're identified. So we can get some currency back. So we didn't get that much currency. Let's see. Oof. %. That's the cheapest. Okay. I guess we just have to get a unique and just put a 3 on it, I suppose. Not that difficult. We'll typically find a fewer map.
I cannot do this yet.
Grant and Awakened. But that's a lot of physical damage. Sure. Oh. And I got everything I shouldn't be getting. Okay. Fuck it. Meh. I don't need the boots. I do need those. Okay. Maybe I should have left myself the pit of mine. Got my stacks already. Follow it. Medic. Oh, people list all junk, I suppose. Level 11. Ooh. My current one isn't that good. Getting the additional quality would actually help me quite a bit this week. A bit of spell damage, yeah, it's not gonna make a world difference, realistically.
I cannot do this
Nice. Evasive. Nice. Hold up. 15 still? 20. Close to 20s now. Collect axes. Ghosts. Ain't no witch. What's that stuff to go for? See? What that do? Good. Interesting. Must have coughed it. I might regret this, but okay. Kind of what I figured. None of them is dominant on it. There's no. No, hold up. If it's shared, like this, doesn't do it, does it? Well, guess not. Slow now. Oh, because of main. Right.
I cannot do this yet.
Yes, you can. You will. You. Nothing speed. The ranger, you pretty much get the move speed by default almost, it feels like. This build does have a good map clear speed. Almost divine, eh? That's nice. Eh. Oh, wait. Still not getting it. Unfortunate. Wait a minute. Mysterious battle. Something else I can get. Perhaps. Increased, reduced. Actually, not too bad. Well, let's just do it.
Surface dweller, you have entered a place largely untouched by mankind.
I cannot do this yet.
How many bleeding effects? Gotta be a bit careful. That's a unique. Still need quite a few more though, to be honest. For the achievement. Wait. I mean, I could do that too.
This is our center of power, our forge, where the
Doesn't allow that.
blood of the world flows forth as magma.
First, second. Type item. And hello, juicy item, maybe? Hopefully.
A powerful creation.
Ooh. Damage, quality, nice. Quality is gonna help me a lot. Minion, don't care, don't care. Skill is mutated into another. Quality, phasing, explicit critical. Well, that's not helping. Not really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Um. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, what? Combine fully allocated Crucible skill trees to result in any 4 of the following outcomes. Crucible tree with at least 11 skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why didn't I get it? Because it wasn't fully allocated. Right. Oh, come on. They really gotta change that stuff though. Like, why can't I interact with that stuff? Come on, give me that bit of quality of life. Not asking that much, am I? Let's see. Act 6. Do.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Still composing that poem?
Because he has no rares.
Still alive, are we?
Does an item need to be rare anyways? Ah, well.
Stay sharp out there. Is my fight ping too much? Left the body, you've left the body, you've left the body, you've left the body. Nice. What? I'm already in a party? What do you mean? I'm not in a party. Only 2, eh? That's fine. And more sextants. Oh, lead. Nice. $16 ping. Ew. Oh, this instant is just a roller coaster. Yikes. I just need some rare items, that's all. Pretty much just spin through it. What's up with the connection now? That's not on my end. Oh, perfect. it does need to be the same type. Do a gem cutter. Nah. Not even sure if it matters if it's rare. I would imagine it doesn't. Either way. Still the same bad connection? Yeah, servers are ripping. Oh crap. Was the server rip? Wait, was a rollback? What? Server dead? Okay. It's pretty clear the servers are. Yikes. Okay. This one seems a bit... Never mind. It's not more stable. Why don't we do a default? If it runs rolls favorable. There we go.
To the dirt.
Well, for some physical, a bit much. Dang it. Okay, I was asking for it.
Ooh, at you. Excuse me? Okay. Let's do this one, I guess. Guess I put a little bit too much on it. My mistake. Yeah, that's rough. Service is still dying, though.
I cannot do this yet.
Viruses, Cardo. Waiting. Bit much. Polished. Okay. How many max resist though? Man, that's rough. But sure. Nice. If I did more bosses, I could have probably gotten a lot more money. Divine. Does seem okay now. But it's steady 6-ish thing. Divination. I don't really care about it either.
I cannot do this yet.
I need to focus a bit more on experience though, because of these outreach negative sides. Been losing quite a bit of experience, to be honest. Fire. Doesn't apply to me anyways, unless it's bugged again, which it has been quite a while. Anything else? Yeah. Oh, okay. Suppose I killed him. an open binding or that thing, whatever. How fast does he regenerate? Keep in mind, he has a lot of resists, like 20% max plus 160% resist. I'm not sure what his max is, but I'm sure it's high. More than I can get to with my massive amount of fire pen already. I got like 60% or something. Ridiculous. Seven. Special about that thing. That's not a holding problem. That's not a using problem.
I cannot do this yet.
Saw the Ice Nova last second. Why it didn't pass quicker? Did I have a crucible? Actually, I think I did. What? So weird. Which is it on discount because it's almost weekend? Oh god, what was I looking for? No, not heists. Was it Metamorph? No. What else do they have? And anything on discount at all? That's the Eldritch or additional fire or this one.
I cannot do this yet.
Okay, that's fine, would be nice. Imagine there's a X% chance to drop divine, then you don't get it. That's a pretty big tip. That's not worth a lot, is it? No, neither is this. This does not sell for full chaos. Get out of here. There's no way. Take it. Dat was rather short-lived. I'll be back. Not more. Right. Physical. Ew. That's damage. Yeah, that's what I want. Ooh. Man. That sounds good though. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. Magnetic orb. I think I'd rather take 10 divines or more. That sucks. Do we still have to kill a couple? Yes.
I cannot do this yet.
Oh. Oh. That miss this global jet. imagine if I was able to open this up again. Not guessing I can't do that. Which part is corrupted of this though? Absolutely nothing. It's awesome. These both suck. Good. Auto. Guess I could make that thing rare. And I forgot I had to be a full tree. Have to buy skeletons, okay?
I cannot do this yet.
Is there a crafting lesson for that? It's not. Oh. Let's see what are we getting. This was reversed, I would take it in a heartbeat. I'll guess the old dash. Oh, that's the 85. Shit. Alright. Oh, see ya. Yeah, that's acceptable. Not sure why he thinks otherwise. Distant memory, eh? Sure. We'll run it. It's already this late. After this map, I think I'll jump off though. There we go. It's a pretty cool map though.
I cannot do this yet.
That was a bit lower than I like though. But that's okay. Not a 1C item. Never mind, not even. Cool. Gotta be careful when he does that thing. Huh. Like that could actually be quite dangerous. Can I do this? As in, get through it. Don't look like it. Not a bad map, by the way, for this level. second you kick off the life regen by 75%, it's like cut the life in half. Let's just go to the boss room. Too low level to even care about anyways. There we go. Jeez, that took way too long. I'm clearly trying to go there, but game just didn't let me.
Once, even friends. I cannot do this yet. A pity. Be still. Annihilate. Open your mind. Every friendship becomes a betrayal given enough time.
This thing work? Lightning. Holy crap. Actually storming quite wildly outside. Interesting. Also this is kinda junk. Let's see, when is the show tomorrow? I know I made a list of this. Still got 5 events. Tomorrow at 3 PM my time. That much time between? Did I check that correctly? EDT. This one's wrong. One is at 6. Let me edit this one quickly. That's at 8. Correct. Oh, so this one is gonna take about 2 hours then, unless. No, it isn't. 10. Oh boy. There we go. Might change. And June 11, we got wait a minute. Oh, I'm actually missing one. This one was correct. This looked similar to it. Future Game Show is still supposed to be here. And fine. And that is 1 p.m. EDT. That's like 7 p.m. PM. There we go. Why does it look so weird on the website though? Oh, Ubisoft Forward is also added. I don't mind Ubisoft games. I'll see if we can check it out. I may not stream this though. I'll admit. Well, 7 p.m. I didn't think Ubisoft was gonna do it, but they must have announced it fairly late. Well, either way. No, I haven't seen any leaks, and I'd rather not see any leaks either way. Yeah, Sunday, that's the one I'm gonna look forward to, because Starfield. I'm hoping it's gonna be $60, but I kind of doubt it. To be honest, like I got a feeling it's gonna be 70 or more. No, there will be. There's a Starfield Direct. They're gonna show stuff. It's already been announced. Yeah, it does. Right after. It's right after. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, Xbox Game Showcase followed immediately by Starfield Direct. So that's a whole show just for Starfield. Let's see. drop some stuff and then I'll be going. It's a bit of a shorter stream, but hey. The schedule has been all over the place with the events and stuff. Because those time zones, ooh, they're pretty rough. I could do so. Well, I could do that thing, maybe. Okay, this might be rough too, but that's the last thing I'll do. Ah, what the hell? Oh, you need it. Hold up. Oh, that's for unearthed. Right. Well, dang it. Still need to do that stuff. Also, the servers, they are trash. I mean, look at my ping right now. Like, my ping is usually like 4 to 6-ish. Yeah, that's a roller coaster. Same here. Yes, yes, yes.
Entertain me. Mortal flesh is so fallible.
I cannot do this yet.
Great, have to do that stuff too.
Another challenger?
Not exactly what I expected. What? I don't care about that bear thing too much. Oh, that's Marvel. Oh, this one could be troublesome. Oh no, not this thing. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse my language. That was the game, by the way. That's not my stream doing it. What the hell was that? Cool. Okay. Nice. Let me clip that. What the heck was that stuff? Like, I literally just saw the whole rainbow or something. It's a clip. Look at this. Wait a second. Like, what the hell is that? That is the game. Like, this looks like artifacting, basically. But it's not, I can promise. Because you can tell, like, the text is still over it and all that stuff. Like, this is just a texture or something not loading. Or whatever. Like, I don't know what the hell that is. Not okay, though. Because, actually, I kind of want to do another one. Thanks. Yes. No. Area of effect. I don't usually mind that, but not for something like this. Next we got additional projectile. Can I do this though? Oh, because it wow, okay. Well, at least I got one of these. It's 1.3 div. Divines. Let's see. Audio ready. What I need to do is go and get my crucibles done. Because those things are taking a while. Like, I still got a couple weeks to complete this. I'm at 28 right now. Let's see. This one I should be able to get done quickly. And oh, what about Argus? No, PoE lab. May have to trade a couple of vines as well. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna do August then. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow and then we'll check out the rest of Summer Games Fest. So tomorrow we got the Wholesome Direct. I believe we got the OTK Expo, Games Expo. I'm not super familiar with that group. Like I know the people by name, but I'm not a follower of the content. And then we got the Future game show, which I'm expecting a bit more from. But then after, you know, June 11, finally the Starfield Direct and Xbox Games Showcase. Well, even though they call it Xbox Showcase, I think we're gonna see a lot of PC games, because nowadays Xbox doesn't have many exclusive games, does it? Like very few, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm still waiting for that Ratchet & Clank game on PC though. Like, it's happening. It was already announced. Oh, there we go. Wish list. July 26. So we got a couple more days to go. Oh, it's $60. Okay. Interesting. Game achievements, yay. Ray Traced Reflections, meh. DLSS 3, yay. They did talk about the game being fairly optimized and all that stuff, even for a controller. Yeah, I've heard good things about Returnal as well. But this is a game I really want to play. Pre-purchase bonus. Carbonox armor. Is that from Ratchet & Clank 1? I don't know the pixelizer weapon though. Ooh. Those an additional weapon though? For pre-purchase? That seems kinda... Hold up. No way. Right? Surely you can get it otherwise. Pixelator, was it called? Pixel... Oh, I just want to know if I can get it otherwise. By the time I play the game, I'll forget about any spoilers anyway. Okay, available for any player. Okay, didn't read any spoilers. 2 games for PlayStation. Returnal and Ghost of Tsushima. Isn't that the game that's like Dark Souls or something? Books? I believe it is. Are you a big Dark Souls fan? I can't say I am personally, but cool. Returnal. Always mixing that up with another game. Oh, right, this one. Wasn't this like a roguelike game? Like roguelite, maybe? It's not like Dark Souls? Let's see. More like Assassin's Creed. Like, I never played the game, right? So I'm looking from the outside in. When I see this game, I see boss fights with high difficulty in learning the mechanics of those boss fights, which kind of shouts Dark Souls to me. And nothing shouts Assassin's Creed to me at all. What makes it more like Assassin's Creed in Witcher? Assassin's Creed, I'm thinking a lot of verticality, assassinating, obviously, questing, storyline, which is pretty similar to Witcher, heavy on story. Wait, I don't think I want to read that though. Let's see. The Steam page. Oh. This PlayStation, huh? Yeah, you could self-kill in Dark Souls 2 though, to be fair. Legends. What's the difference? Legends and Legends. Story driven. How story driven is it? Like, are we talking like light story or is it heavy story like The Witcher? Like, I'm not familiar with the game at all. Okay. Maybe this could be a cool game to play at some point. Big content, bonus content. Oh, it's in PlayStation Plus, apparently. Why do they have so many versions though? Trial, what? Oh. Okay. Key Island expansion. PlayStation 4 and 5. PlayStation 4. Oh, so that's the PlayStation 5 version. Normally it's 80. Ooh, that's rough. That's a bit much. Yeah, 80 is a bit much. Like 70, I'm already like, no, thank you. 60, sure, okay, if the game is really good. But 70, you raise the bar even more than 80? Mate, I can eat a whole week from that money. Eternal seems like a game that I would like. I haven't played it, I've watched it. Reviews are decent. Lowest price 60. Wow. Okay. So they've never discounted it, but it's a fairly new game apparently. Was this game in early access by chance? It's online co-op. Okay. Somewhat steep requirements. Should still be able to run it. Yeah, I thought it released a long time too. Maybe it's just on Steam. Like it says 25 April. 15 April rather. February. I think it's still 2023. No. Yeah, 2021. That's why. They just ported it later. Oh well. Oh well. I'm really hoping this port is gonna be good though. But you might be interested in it. Mate, there's nothing else like this on Steam. What do you think I'm interested in it? Let's see. What is good? Have you already played it then? Oh. Okay, so not talking from experience then. Well. Man, I really gotta remove that timed command. Hold up. 50 divines. I mean, it's decent, but you could probably craft something like this. The only thing you need is this one, like fractured, like damage over time or something. And then these two, yeah, you gotta hit it with a craft. Isn't the most difficult thing to do. Then you can just add these. 25. Man, I'm close to getting that though. I can almost buy this. I got like 11 right now, I think, but I can still get more. Oh, 16 rather. But I can still get another 5 divines at least. But I'm still short. 50 divines, 45 divines. Jeez. Those are not even that good. This is actually the best one. Oh, well, it does have the quality. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. Regenerate, critical, spell, yeah. Scorch, meh. Banner skills. This one's a bit expensive for what it is. People overprice this stuff so much because people just wanted to buy it. Like 50 divination. This is not even close to the best one. 12. This is missing a stat. Like he's overpricing it. Like you need damage over time, which this one doesn't have. Pretty sure I'm looking for that. Guess I wasn't marked with 50 divines. Wow. Would like to get that, but not for that price. Keep in mind, this is 29%, this one's 28%. So the difference is only 5% fire damage. 6, 1. I could still craft this. 19, 20. That's a bit higher. I might just have to redo this if I buy something like this. And 50 divines. It's pretty good. But it's not that good. 30%, yeah. When you have 30% quality, like this goes up a lot. 15%. That ain't worth 50 divines. 39. This one might be worth it. Interesting. What about this one? Nope. Price higher than this one? Why? This is lower fire damage. Let's see. And the tree sucks as well.
30. Damage over time. Accuracy. Fire damage over time on this fire resist. Yeah, this tree is at least good. No quality either. Yeah, what about, let me check online only. There's oh, well, that's not much. I'll have to check that tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for me. I gotta go flying because I gotta get up early, and then tomorrow we'll check out those game shows. It's gonna be quite late, so I'll probably get some rest between. Anyway, if I don't see you this weekend, you guys have a good weekend, and maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, you guys have a good evening. Stay healthy, stay frosty, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.